Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I'm ready with yet another update on TR to PR pathway. Towards the end of the video, I will be covering a little more understanding on IRCC update on various pending applications. That would also cover a part on TR to PR pathway, like the highlight on how many cases are still pending. So I'll be talking a little more in detail with reference to the news from CIC, and that was actually yesterday. So yeah, I'll do it towards the very end. So let's quickly dive into our first timeline. If you have any questions, you can always write back to me. And for more updates, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you should be able to get all the updates on whatsoever is going on under different immigration programs. Right now, TR to PR pathway is the only active one which we can rely upon. So yeah, that's why I'm covering all the timelines here. The first one is under IG stream, May 6th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Now, if you see my previous videos, you must have realized that the first or 2 hours is actually wrapping up. So IRCC is moving towards May 7th. So this could be any time in case if you have applied around the same time period under IG stream. In this case, he has got the AOR that was on February 2nd, and then the PR confirmation was on March 22nd. After receiving the PR confirmation, it usually take a day or maybe a week's time period in receiving the ECO PR. Make sure you update all the information like your updated photograph and your latest address so that the PR can be mailed to you on that particular address. Now, at this point in time, in case if you're planning to travel outside of Canada, my recommendation would be please hold on to your traveling, especially after the receipt of your AOR. If you haven't received AOR, there is a possibility that you might get directly PR confirmation because not 100% of the cases will get the AOR. So this is an important stage. AOR is basically an acknowledgement of receipt. So as per the rule, it has to be the file number. That's what we used to call in old days. But now it's AOR and then the PR confirmation portal, ECO PR, and finally the PR card. However, there is a possibility like 1% of the chance could be there where you might not be able to get the AOR. Now, in case if you are already outside of Canada, in that case, please inform IRCC via email or through web form that your physical presence. Okay, this is another timeline, a screenshot. He has applied and under IG stream. So onto the left, you can see that he got the BIL. That's basically a biometric instruction letter. For the first comer, whosoever is watching this video, BIL is important if you want to go through a biometric. You cannot undergo biometric without the receipt of BIL, and that has to be done by IRCC. So there is no role which has to be played by you. In this case, he has got the refund letter for the spouse for the biometrics since his spouse must have already submitted the biometrics and IRCC would accept your old biometrics. After the medical were passed and the ghost update were there, and then there was an ADR for T4 form, and I have explained it in my previous video also. There were like ADR for employment letters also on the very same day. So when IRCC would ask you for any T4 form, they would specifically mention the time period so that you should be able to obtain those documents. In this case, he was able to submit all the documents and the status in CIC showed that it was uploaded. So when you link up the application, most of the time, like 90% of the cases, you should be able to see all the updates under your portal itself. I've already explained the process of how you can link up. So the link should be in the description box below. Thereafter, there were a couple of ghost updates again. And finally, he got the PR confirmation portal yesterday. IG stream 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time Zone case. That's of May 6th. Now, he was able to get the AOR on January 13th, and thereafter it took him like almost a month in getting the ADR for PCC. Now, generally, you should be able to get the AOR, link up, and ADR in one go. However, there could be a gap of maybe like 2 or 4 weeks time period in doing that. You might get the AOR first and then the ADR, and vice versa. He was able to get the he received the AOR again on March 22nd. So this also been there. Very few number of cases has happened where you might get AOR twice. So that could be a technical glitch. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, another timeline IG stream of May 6th at 1:03 p.m. In this case, you can see that he was able to get the TFN on March 22nd. So why I wanted to share this timeline, because not everybody is getting through quickly. There are cases still pending and taking their own time. So it varies from visa officer to visa officer. You don't have to get panic about anything like that. If your friend is getting faster than your application, is just a matter of time, guys. Each application is different, so is the visa officer. Another IG stream case, May 6th at 11:59 p.m. He was able to link up the application on January 22nd, and if you see, he requested for the GCMS notes. Now, why and how you can do that, I've explained this process in my previous videos. So basically, when you don't hear back from IRCC for a long time, you certainly can request for the GCMS notes. There's a substantial amount of fees you have to put in, and when you request for GCMS notes, it takes usually 4 to 6 weeks time period for them to respond back, and they will give you a complete history like what exactly is going on under your profile. So that would cover the notes by your assigned visa officer. In this case, he got the ghost update and received the PR portal. So if you see, he requested for the GCMS on February 14th, and in a month later he got the GCMS notes with all the information. There was no AOR, so I wanted to clarify that too. And he got the PR confirmation portal letter from Calgary Visa Office on March 22nd. Another timeline is of Ravinder. Now she has applied on March. Yeah, I had to correct it. So it was not May, it's May. May 7th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. She was able to receive the AOR on March 23rd. However, she wasn't able to link up the application. So again, as I said, that you might be able to link up right away the moment you receive the AOR, but it might get delayed maybe with a day or a week's time, not more than that. Or there would be an ADR. Also, when you get an ADR, it's not a full and final confirmation that it's through. You have to wait for the visa officer. There could be 3 times visa officer would ask for the ADR. There are some officers who would just simply ask you in one go, your employment letter, PCC, or last pay stub. And there would be different kind of visa officer who would just, evaluate and then send one ADR, and after that, doing assessment and then second ADR. I know it's kind of irritating, but that's what it is. So you just have to have patience, guys. All I would suggest is that make sure that all the information is updated, and in case if you can take it smoothly, sooner or the later you are going to get the PR confirmation portal. So this has been one of the successful immigration programs so far. Not even one rejection has happened if you were able to submit all the documents in one go and even have applied under wrong streams. Like recently I have explained the cases. Even if you have applied under wrong stream, just make sure that update the information that it was done by through a system glitch or whatever the reason is, that just explain that you should be through. All right, let's dive into quickly the Immigration Canada's backlog here. So the basic crux is this one. So TR to PR pathway also saw an increase about 5,400 applicants, right? I've explained that there was a glitch in the system. So IRCC has actually received 91,000 applications in total for TR to PR pathway, and there are pending cases. Let's dive into the report. So this is basically an Immigration Canada's backlog that actually grows to 1.84. So the reason behind this article is that what they have shown in their previous report, it was kind of wrong. This is the one because it has increased now. The processing time is getting higher in other cases, irrespective to CEC or PNP. However, for TR to PR pathway, it has been consistently okay. I would say that everybody is getting through the success and rollouts. So you don't need to worry about in case if you have applied under this category. I'm just going to jump on to the information. I actually got it from here. So I'll just quickly cover it up. It should be here. Yeah. So if you see that as of the end of February 2022, inventory is 453,265. And this is basically all the unopened electronic applications and all. So IRCC previously reported the backlog of citizenship applicant was basically 448,000. That was on December 31st. Now there were about 5,000 more citizenship applications in the inventory. That was reported towards the end of February compared to December. And this is exactly what I have shared with you, that they saw an increase under TR to PR pathway of about 5,400 applications. So IRCC basically received around 91,000 applications in total. So so if you see here, even though IRCC received all application for this program between May 6th and November 5th, that was a time when it was closed. These applications were saved in a cloud environment, right, and not yet considered part of the inventory. And IRCC spokesman, yeah. So the applications were then transferred to GCMS and counted in the inventory. So in case even if your applications fall into that, it would not lead to any rejection because it was accepted by the system. Now IRCC received about 91,000 applications in total for the TR to PR pathway. So as of March, like last week's report, 35,341 persons were reported in the inventory. So basically, these are again the pending applicants. These are not like the successful because they are already in the system. And some of you might have got the TFN number, some of you might not have received any information. Sooner or the later, you will be able to get through, as I said. So, yeah, this was all the update for this. If you have any question, you can always write back to me. Stay safe, guys. Have a good day.